12 hours after we were live at 9 a.m., we are back at 9 p.m. to continue storm coverage. The blizzard of 2026, the way the winds are kicking up the snow is making visibility difficult. It's going to get freezing cold, dangerously cold overnight. We've got minimum wind chills that are predicted that I'm going to be talking about in a little while from the National Weather Service, which are concerning and very concerning if you're out on the roads. Meantime, we have breaking news in Cabarrus County, North Carolina. As you look at viewer pictures, and I'll be showing you these throughout the broadcast, we have got so much to tell you about what's going on in North Carolina. I'm going to pull myself up with this video out of the Kannapolis area. So take a look here. I'm going to show you, I'm going to pull this graphic down, but this is the situation there. They've got 100 vehicle backup, all involved in this massive mess. They've called in the National Guard trying to handle the situation. It's a breaking news story. It's definitely one that we will be following on Channel 7 this evening. But this is a story that is unfolding. People are asking for prayer for all these people that are involved. It's dangerously cold outside. Obviously, it's extremely snowy. But look at the situation on the interstate in North Carolina. This is I-85 in Cabarrus County. Just to give you a sense of where this is, let me show you really quickly. I guess I don't have that. I have it. Let me see if I escape out of this and give you the Cabarrus County map. Here it is. So that's a look at where Cabarrus County is. It's kind of up and away through North Carolina, past Charlotte, obviously, in the Kannapolis area. And so this is where it's going on, just so you know, so you can like kind of put some perspective on it. And then back into this video where you can see just how serious the situation is. They are saying that the National Guard has been called out to help with that situation. They are going to clear over 100 vehicles that are stuck. This has happened in our area before. And today we were dangerously close to it happening in Cherokee County, where we had the interstate shut down for probably almost 2 hours on the northbound side because of a scenario where there was a big backup, there was an accident, and then everybody behind is sitting there. Meantime, as you can see, the entire interstate gets paved over with snow, and they have to bring in new plows to try to clear the way so that people can continue and get out of there. We've had situations on 85 in Cherokee County before where they've had to come in from the EMS divisions and send out people to rescue firefighters, EMS people that are pulling people out of cars and taking them to local shelters. They set up warm shelters for people, etc. So this is the kind of scenario they're dealing with up there. And we had a dicey situation on Cherokee County this morning that I was covering for you live here on Facebook and YouTube. I've got a special that's airing at 9:30 on WSPA Plus. So if you want to watch that, we recap the whole situation that happened in Cherokee County this morning so that you can be up to date. But meantime, on the breaking news of this blizzard of 2026, we've got this situation in North Carolina, 100 cars stuck, the National Guard being called out. I don't know if you realize it, but the National Guard is posted all over the state right now. We have a whole unit run by our former chief engineer, Ron Peeler, that is in the Spartanburg area, ready to run to like that Cherokee County situation or any other that we have in our area. So I want you to tell me as you're watching tonight where you're watching from, how much snow you got. If you want to tell me, like, did you measure it and what was the total? We had a bunch at my house. Like, I was really surprised, and I got stuck at home. I was supposed to go in, but by the time I got ready and was ready to go, it was too much snow. There was too much snow. So here we are looking at the situation in Cabarrus County, trying to keep you guys up to date tonight on what is happening. And again, I'm Amy Wood. I'm with Channel 7, WSPA TV, and we are doing all kinds of coverage on television. I've been trying to bring you some interactive online coverage, but you can see 100 vehicles that are just stuck there on the interstate. We know how cold it is, and I'm going to pull this up for you for a second. Let me get out of this for a second and show you over here in my studio. I'm at my home studio, and on this here you can see, I don't know if I can zoom in a little bit. Can I make it bigger? Yeah. All right, so if we look at our area, these are the wind chills. So -8 in Tryon tonight. Like what? Then we've got 1 degree in Union, -1 for Lawrence, 1 degree in Greenwood. And these are the minimum wind chills. The wind chills could be worse than this, but overnight. So you're talking up in North Carolina. Look up where this is going on. So this is going on like up this way. They're already in the -5, -3 zone in this area where people are stuck tonight. So it's something that we will be keeping an eye on. One thing that this may bring up for you, and it really should for all of us, is do you know what you need in your emergency kit, and do you have what you need for your emergency kit? This is really important for you guys to have things in your vehicle right now. The next few days are going to be rough because we're not getting above freezing until Monday at the earliest. And even then, we have a lot of snow to melt. So we're going to be dealing with freeze over and issues on the roads for probably the next week again. So you need to have an emergency kit like this that has all those particular things that can keep you safe. We're talking food, tools, hygiene, warmth, like you need to put in blankets and extra layers and dry clothes change, an emergency change of clothes in case you got stuck somewhere, had to go to a shelter, flashlights, first aid, water, emergency radio potentially if you need it, some protein bars and stuff like that, some usable snacks that you could have if you got stuck there for a while. Your children are in the back of the seat and you're trying to figure out how to keep everybody warm and not crying of hunger. So these are all really important things to think about. Hey, Vicki George is here. Thanks, Vicki. I am great. How are you doing? I hope you're safe at home and not having any issues. I know that I have had a lot of challenges covering the storm today. I do want to make sure you guys also know there is an information hotline right now. So you can call in to the information hotline to get road conditions or to report any issues or problems you're having or ask questions about resources you might need. This is a statewide winter storm information hotline in South Carolina, 866-246-0133. And you can call that number and talk to the officials about, for example, possibly your situation with the roads, right? If you have to go out, if there's some emergency in your family and somebody needs to get to the doctor or an ER or something, you could call 911, right? You don't mess around with that number. You call 911 for a true emergency, but you don't call 911 for piddly stuff. You don't call 911 for power outages. You don't call 911 because something fell in your backyard. You right now leave those folks alone to deal with situations like we're seeing up in North Carolina. Once again, let me show you. This is Cabarrus County, North Carolina, and this is where the breaking news is happening in the Kannapolis area, where we are seeing a breaking news story unfold. This is 100 vehicles backed up on Interstate 85 because of some kind of initial scenario that then left everybody stuck. 100 vehicles stuck. And so they're having to go in and pull people out and get them out of there. So the National Guard is responding as we follow this blizzard of 2026 across the Carolinas. We are struggling to handle this. And all the officials are asking you to do one thing. Everyone says the same thing. Please stay home. Please stay off the roads, because it makes no sense for you to get out there right now, especially tonight. Now, let's take a look. I want to give you a chance to explore what is happening. I'm going to pull this full, and we are going to go, I'm going to get out of here, and we're going to go take a look at SC511. I know I had it up. Do I have it up still? I guess I don't. Let's look at some webcams, okay? We're going to go to Horseshoe Farm in North Carolina. This is Hendersonville. It's a little grainy, but it is beautiful because they got a bunch of snow up there today. And we've been showing you pictures from Buncombe County. This is a beautiful shot of downtown Asheville. So look at this. They're panning around in Asheville tonight where they've had a bunch of snow as well. Okay, and now here's a report out of the coast, which we have been looking to show you. Let me see if I can pull up the camera that I had for you guys. So this is someone that's down in the Myrtle Beach area. Let's take a live look. Oh, look at that. Remember this morning we had nothing, But now look at the beach. Oh my gosh. And the surf is up and the snow is everywhere. Wow. All right. So he is saying, Timothy Pierce tells us that this is Aston Pierce. I deliver your food from Hub City Delivery. Now I'm in North Myrtle Beach and we are getting um, lots of snow for the last 2 hours. Stay warm. Sure miss everybody in Spartanburg. Love y'all. That's home. Well, wow. You guys are in on this too. And this is why they were saying, when we started reporting on this, they were telling us that, we're going to have historic experiences in this storm. And I was kind of like, really? Because I was looking at our totals and I thought, well, we've definitely had more snow. But what it is, the historic part is how this has spread across both Carolinas, pretty much, walloping both states. We don't get storms like that. I mean, usually you might get something up in eastern North Carolina, something up in western North Carolina, something in the upstate, but to get everything. And now the coast too. Look at Myrtle Beach tonight. That's the Ferris wheel. Do you see it? And it is just wild to see it coated in snow, something totally different. And they are expecting along the coast, and you can kind of see the snow flying around, affecting visibility over toward the beach, but they're expecting blizzard-like conditions and whiteouts because this snow, as you noticed, if you have looked around at your place, is so fluffy and light. And so the wind just picks it up and tosses it around in the air, which makes visibility concerning and also extremely dangerous for driving, right? Because if you can't see in front of you, and that's what happens with whiteouts. You get a big gust of wind, and suddenly you are dealing with a really dangerous situation. And then Linda says, thanks for being here, and thank you for being here. Got lots of snow, at least 7 inches in Inman, Campobello. I know I've got probably close to 7 here. It's got to be. And it was still falling shortly before I came out, so I'm not sure what is happening. Oh, and Vicki George's aunt lives in Kannapolis, so I'm sure they're hearing about it down there. She says it's windy here where she is, where Vicki is. I'm doing well, you guys. It's been a long day. My first live stream was 12 hours ago. I did a special for Channel 7 that's airing this evening. That's really recapping some of the best stuff that we did this morning. And now we're reworking everything now to bring you up to date because we do have a breaking news story, and let's get back to it. We've got a situation. Let me see if I can get there. Hang on. There's Asheville. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. And there's Horseshoe Farms. And let's get back to Kannapolis. So let's look at this. Look at this again. This is the video from that area where they are dealing with a pileup on the interstate. It's not necessarily wrecked cars. It's just stuck cars. There is so much snow, and there's been some kind of stoppage, and now everyone's kind of stuck because the snow's been coming down, and they can't get out. And so it's the worst case scenario. It's the scenario we warn you about. It's the scenario we tell you not to get on the roads for because this is a nightmare for EMS to try to handle. It's a nightmare for you personally if you're in this because hopefully you had a full tank of gas. Hopefully you have warm clothes on. But if you don't, I mean, the wind chills are below zero. In this, there's a cop going through. The wind chills are below zero. So I'm going to keep looking for more information on this Kannapolis situation. I'm also continuing to get pictures coming in. I have 140 of them that I'm going to be showing you as we get off of this breaking news. I'm going to be showing you. But the National Guard has been called in to the Kannapolis area. They are trying to get a hold of the situation. I'm pulling my camera down a little, get off that light. They're pulling in the National Guard to pull the people out of the vehicles and go in and rescue them. Wow. Timothy's going to send me pictures in the morning. Awesome. Thank you, Timothy. Let's see. So, wow. So this is just a crazy situation. Let's see. A guy named Brandon Kopic is physically pushing stuck cars out of the snow in Greenville. All right, let me show you this. Hold on. This is from Ryan Hall, y'all. Live tonight. Let me go into this. Hang on. Let me go into this and show you. I got to escape. I've got to escape. I don't know if I can. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to live tonight, and I've got a fresh story that I just put in that should show up here in a second. Why isn't it showing up? I don't know. There it is. Okay, so let's look at this. This is okay. So this guy is going around in Greenville, and he is pushing cars out of the snow. Wow. Okay, that's happening in Greenville tonight. Brian Kopic it's in Pitt County, Greenville, North Carolina, not Greenville, South Carolina. I was going to say, okay, but still, that's crazy. Wow. There's a lot of amazing situations going on, but here's what GSP weather is saying. Treacherous road conditions are continuing, icy conditions too, because now the pack has happened and it's turning icy. It's getting packed in there and the freeze is on. Travel is not advised unless there's an emergency. Temperatures are also really cold. We have the gusty winds, the wind chills, the blow of the snow all over the place. And as they say here, you don't want to be stranded on icy, snowy roads in these conditions with below zero temperatures. They do want to know how much snow you got so you can reach out to them. They are saying that the heaviest snow bands have shifted east in terms of the GSP area. So in the upstate, if you're in the upstate of South Carolina, there are moderate snow packs remaining that have some light snow and flurries persisting. That's what I've been having at my house, just very light. You almost can't see it, but it's super fine. And eventually it'll taper off and it should end shortly after midnight. So I wonder what we'll wind up with. I wonder what that little bitty snow does. In Cherokee County, there was a situation earlier today, Ginger, where there was an accident with an injury because they took somebody away in an ambulance that I was covering live during my 9 o'clock live stream. And it shut down northbound 85 in Cherokee County for, I would say, almost 2 hours, where the snow then piled up to the point where the interstate couldn't reopen until they replowed it. It was just a whole mess. And there were lots of cars that were behind it, kind of like what we're seeing up in North Carolina tonight, but not 100 of them apparently. And certainly we were lucky because we didn't get massive snow coming down on top of them, so that it kind of is making the travelers that were in line behind the situation, they're stuck now because the snow has piled up around them. So it's a mess. So they've got the National Guard coming in to help there. That was not the situation in Cherokee County this morning. They were able to slowly handle it, but they had to bring in like 5 or 6 plows to try to get the interstate back open. It was a whole fiasco for EMS and for DOT. Let's see. I'm just checking breaking news to make sure that we're not missing anything important so that you guys will know. Let's see. Pretty much I checked road conditions in our area right before I came on, and I can pull up SC511. Hold on. Let me just do that really quick because just to give you a sense of how things are out there tonight. Here is the situation. Now you can see what's going on. Look at this. Look at this situation. There's lots of congestion and problems in the low country. And then we've got North Carolina. This is 95. And then where's 85 going into? Let me see. I'm not far enough up. I got to go back up. Okay. So what are we doing here? Hang on. So there's 26. There's 85. Okay. So there's 85. So we're talking up in this area, I guess, where everything is going crazy up here. So it's all up in here. Let me see if I can get further. Oh my gosh, why is this not wanting to cooperate and go down? I don't know. Huh. No, it won't let me go up. It just wants to keep me here. I guess because it's SCDOT, they don't want to go any further to show us stuff. But that's okay. Our state, we've got slowness here on 95 going through South Carolina in the low country, or above the low country, because the PD basically, because of all the snow that they're getting. And then over in Augusta, there's some slowness there. But look at 85 in our area. I mean, our roads are looking good right now. I'm not seeing any trouble spots anywhere. So that is encouraging because I think what it means is we're all staying home. And that's the key. So don't move. Don't get out of your house. Just stay right where you are. Um, let me see. Let me go back and check. Um, oh my gosh. And this is Greenville County is they're showing you like all the people that are doing the work, the DOT work, keeping things. Oh wow. Okay, that was 4 hours ago. A train smashed into a car in Gastonia. Yikes. That video is insane. Okay. Okay, so night shift is in for the highway patrol. They have just switched out. And here's what they are saying. I'm going to pull this up for you. Hang on. And then add it to, add it to live tonight. Let's go. And let's go back to live tonight. Whoopsie. No. Let's go back to live tonight and find what we need. Live tonight. So we've got this from the troopers. They are saying their new shift has come on now and they are ready to hit the road despite all these hazardous conditions. So at 7 o'clock, about 2 hours ago, they came on. They want everyone to stay home. Look at the mess. Look at the depth of the tire tracks there. Emergency response times will be delayed. They are not going to accidents that don't have injuries unless you're trapped and can't, you need to be rescued. But in terms of just fender bender stuff, just go on home because they're not going to come. That guy's doing the trucks. Let's see. We can also go back. Let me do this. And this is the situation in Cabarrus County. Let's just go back to this again. 100 cars backed up right now. And really a messy situation. It looks to me like things are... Okay, so winter weather emergency shelters are available around the state. And if you need information, go to the SCEMD on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you follow them. I think they're on Instagram too. They've got a lot of good information if you need any kind of shelter. If things are not okay where you are, that is a good resource to have. We also had 2 more deaths added to the 4 that we already knew about that relate to the last winter storm. And sadly, many of the deaths, guys, many of these deaths involve people who were experiencing hypothermia, elderly people with hypothermia. And so, they say we should be checking on our neighbors tomorrow morning or even tonight. If you want to check on a neighbor, it's only 9:22. You could call an older neighbor and check on them. If you think they might be awake and just make sure they're okay, or go knock on the door, bring them a cookie or something and just make sure they're okay because you don't want anybody sort of being missed. And that clearly happened in these situations. No one should be dying in the cold. That should not be happening. So please look out for folks. Okay. Hi, Pearl. Pearl's back, and Jeffrey Earl is here. All right, let's keep praying for people too to stay safe. I do have some really cool. Let me pull up some of the video that I've got because it is cool. There are so many pictures. I think I put 140 fresh pictures in this go round of pictures because I put a bunch in my special that's on WSPA Plus. You may be in those, and then I've got these. I didn't pick a lot of the pictures of just snow. I mainly picked people because, I want to put the people on. So nothing against your snow pictures. They were very helpful to me and we were showing them earlier. But I think, there's snow cream. I think that it's really great to show the dogs, the people. I've got a few beauty shots in here, a couple of cardinal shots that were beautiful. Look at these faces, the snowy dog faces. That guy blowing with his leaf blower, the snow, which works for this kind of snow. I don't know what she's doing, but she looked like she was having a great time. So yeah, there's a lot of positive and there was a lot of good stuff happening, but there always are tragedies and serious stuff about these storms, even when it's fun, even when it's fluffy. the roads are dangerous. They really are. And they're going to be worse tonight and tomorrow and Monday. I mean, Monday's still not going to be great because we're only going to begin to get over freezing on Monday. These temperatures are just rough. Hi, Shirley. Thanks for joining. So yeah, we are keeping an eye on all the things. I'm just making sure. Let me see what I can find out about. Oops. Cabarrus County. I'm just looking to see what they've got here. Northbound lanes of 85 between mile markers 60 and 63 have reopened in Cabarrus County. So that's just 6 minutes ago. This is the North Carolina Highway Patrol just updating us on that development. So this is a brand new piece of information, breaking news right now as we continue to follow the breaking news of this terrible situation on I-85 in Cabarrus County. The National Guard is out trying to help resolve it, but they've got the road moving again. So now they're going to be trying to, get people out of there. I should be able, I guess I could probably try to find the North Carolina website. I will tell you, so far in North Carolina, they're saying they've had 340 collisions in North Carolina, 370 calls for service, and no weather-related deadly crashes. Praise the Lord. So that's good to hear about the situation in North Carolina tonight. All right, here's a pastor.
Won't be back out tonight to do nothing. I may take another measure tomorrow morning and just post.
Oh, he's just, I thought he was in the situation. I thought he was in the situation. He's not. All right, so 30 semi-trucks and roughly 100 vehicles are stuck in that section of 85 in North Carolina that has now reopened. That's the Kannapolis Fire Department doing that estimate. CBS 17, which is one of our sister stations, is up there covering it. Here are some of their pictures. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull these up in a second. As we look at your fun pictures, I'm going to pull up some bad ones. Let me put these in my live tonight and get them back to you here. So I'm going to pull this up. Let me just get this going, and I'll have that there, and we can pull these up. So let me show you. As we go back and away from that breaking news, I'm going to bring you more breaking news. Take a look here. So this is their picture of the situation on 85. Look at this. Like, wow, that is just a mess. So 100 vehicles and 30 semi-trucks and trailers, according to the Kannapolis Fire Department, involved in this mess. You can see, if I zoom in here, see all the emergency ops. Look at all the big rigs that are involved, but they've got all of this going on way up here as I'm circling up there, trying to handle the situation. And unbelievable, like what a mess this is. Okay, and then here's another shot. This is from the other side of it, looking back at it. I don't know how they're getting this shot. I guess it's from an overpass. But look at this. And so they're slowly trying to move everything out. But as you can see, the road is completely covered in snow. Interstates aren't supposed to look like that, I mean, that's not the way an interstate's supposed to look, but that is what we're dealing with in the blizzard of 2026. And this is up in North Carolina. Let me go back to SC 511 and just give you a look at some of the interstates around here. Let's just see. This was the area that was the roughest earlier today. That stream is not available. How about this one? This one? Are we not going to have streams available, guys? Come on. All right, let's see. How about here? Okay, so our interstate's looking a little bit better here. I mean, don't you think? That looks a lot better than what we've been seeing in North Carolina. So that's much improved, which is great news as people try to maneuver. Let's see what else we've got. Let's do something down but let's go to Boiling Springs. Let's see, because they've got quite a bit of snow. Why is that not popping up? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's much more snow covered. So you can see like the areas, this storm is hitting our area east of 26 harder then it has hit west of 26. And Boiling Springs is kind of right on that sort of area where they're right of 26. And look at that. That's pretty, it's still pretty snow-packed, even though there's, traffic moving somewhat. That's mile marker 73. And there's a lone trucker going that way. Yikes. Hi, Mardella. How are you? Good to see you. All right, so that gives you a sense of our interstate. Let me go down. I'm gonna go up to Blacksburg just for a second and see what it's like up there. Oh my goodness. Are you gonna give me more hard times? Come on now. So that's Cowpens. Let's see here. Old Post Road, Green River Road. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Is that the one I was just on? Emerson Road. Let's try this one. Yeah, it's quiet. That's good. This is the way the Highway Patrol wants it. This is what they're asking us to do. So pay close attention. All right, I want to, for those of you who were not with me this morning, and haven't seen what I posted on social media, I want to give you a chance to look at some of the highlights of the interviews I did with many of you as we were watching the snowfall this morning. It was very exciting, and you guys had so much to say about it. So take a listen, and I'll be back with you soon.
It's just beautiful. It's
It is.
it's so peaceful and beautiful, and the snow's been coming down since about 2 this morning.
Probably about 3 inches here already.
Some of our newsies, some of my friends who are all standing by to kind of show us the snow all over the place. They're going to ski in fresh powder snow in the Carolinas. That is not something we get to do very often. This was 45 minutes of snow in Union County. Forest City is looking beautiful.
And it's still coming down pretty good here. One of them is a husky, so she's very happy.
7 a.m. in Chesney. Look at the roads at that point. Goodness. Don't go out if you don't have to, as they say. Can we just stay on this for a while? What a sweet picture. How things are looking by the junction there. Look at that. This is the Spartanburg train station. Diane, this is for you because we're neighbors. Now the visibility is way down, so the snow's heavier. He's clearing the streets in Seneca.
Or something like that. Get your sleds out and stuff.
Yeah.
This is probably, the most purest snow that we've had in a couple of years.
I know. I bet you can make a good snow angel in this snow, too. How pretty is that? I will only have fun and stay warm if you also have fun and stay warm. This is in Gray Court.
We're just having a great time watching. It's just beautiful. I feel like I'm in a snow globe, for sure.
Oh, they are so cute. Oh, my goodness. It's beautiful. That's Table Rock State Park.
But it's coming down pretty good now. We're just excited to have the snow. It's so beautiful. I love it.
That's in Rock Hill. That's really pretty. So there's Falls Park. Isn't that beautiful? So that's downtown Asheville. The snow is piling up. All right, and now I'm coming back with live pictures at the Spartanburg train station. Look at that. It is a beautiful evening there. Of course, we are following breaking news out of North Carolina where there has been a backup during the blizzard of 2026 on 85 in Cabarrus County. This is in the Kannapolis area, and they now have the National Guard in. They've got the road back open, but it's a massive slowdown and delay, and they're slowly moving cars out and people out and getting everything situated. So steer clear of that. Somebody's asking me about I-76 in Inman, and so I haven't seen, they don't have cameras on those roads, so I can't show those to you, but I'm not seeing any problem areas in terms of accidents in the Upstate. All the areas are problems. All the roads are bad. Like, you don't want to be on the road. Look at these train tracks. They're also bad. They're kind of covered up. I wonder if the trains are on schedule, or I wonder. I don't even know if it affects them or not. I didn't even think about asking about that, but I haven't seen. Sometimes I luck out and I pull this up and the trains come through and it's really cool, but that's not happening right now. Not right now, my friends. Not right now. Any questions that you guys have? I don't want to spend too long tonight. This is a look at the city of Asheville this evening. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? With the fresh snow on the ground, the snow-covered roads, pretty much everywhere we live right now, we are dealing with snow-covered roads and a messy situation. Let me show you Calhoun Falls. We waited all day for Calhoun Falls to get its snow, and look at this. They got their snow. It's still flying in Calhoun Falls. Look at this. This is a live camera. This is in Greenwood County, and they were really, when are we going to get our snow? Because much of the time that I was showing snow everywhere else, they had nothing. And I know my friends in Greenwood, one in particular, one of my best Newsy Network people, I'm talking about K-Tuck, she was like, I better get snow. And she joined us in that last segment. You might have seen her talking about how beautiful the snow was. All right, so that is a look at Calhoun Falls. Let me see where else you might want to go and look. The Table Rock webcam, you really can't see it this time of the night. Although you actually, because the snow is on the mountain, you can kind of see the shadow of it, which you couldn't see last night. It was pitch black when I was looking at it last night. Oh, let's look at Forest City. They've been doing some plowing from what I saw. Yeah, they've done a lot of plowing. Oh, and they still have some of the lights on. Look at the lights are still on. Forest City is so beautiful. And I don't know if you've ever been there, but y'all should go to Forest City because it is so pretty. And look at they're plowing the downtown. That truck though is just sitting there. I don't know what it's planning to do. That one truck, it's been there for a while, so it's not. There's no one in it. I think it's abandoned. Maybe it got stuck. I don't know. But it's sitting there. It's still coming down in Gaffney. Oh, speaking of the plows, there goes one of the plows. Oh my gosh, it's a contingent of plows. The plows are on the move. They've got a lot of work to do. Our DOT, man, they've done a great job. They did an amazing job through the ice storm, too. That's even harder to deal with than snow, I think. Although this much snow is hard for us to deal with because we don't have the volume of trucks and things that we need because we just don't get this kind of snow that often. But anyway, that's Forest City, North Carolina. And people are sending me more pictures on my text line. If you want to do that as well, it's the Amy Wood Now text line. And let me see if I have that number. Where did I put that number? Here it is. Oh, I got to pull the other one down. Sorry. All right. So the number is 864-990-3431. Feel free to see the blowing. See the blowing I'm talking about? It's how it impacts visibility. Like now it's like harder to see through that area. But that kind of thing, a big drift of snow and you're going down the highway, like look at it all. It's a whole thing when snow blows. Like it is wild. Oh, wow, and that fountain's still going. Yeah, it is windy. A lot of the snow on the trees has come off. That's interesting. It's blown right off. So you can send me pictures and videos tomorrow if you'd like. I'll probably do another contingent I'll probably make a big thing of all the pictures that I did and share it at some point. Also, something funny, if you don't have snow boots, hey, what about that? What about using a plastic bag or a trash bag or whatever? We can be innovative if we need to be in the South, right? If we're not ready for this stuff, we'll find a way. We will find a way to enjoy the snow. So what about you guys? Any concerns, any issues, any problems that you need to share with me or tell me about? I'm trying to think what other live cams I would want to show you. Let me see. Let's go back to the live cam. Let me go. I love the Buncombe County one because it's just so pretty and well lit. Here's the Grove Park Inn. Let's look at that real quick. Do I have to watch a commercial? I might. We have to watch a commercial. Ugh. Why do we have to watch commercials? I hate this. This will be the Grove Park Inn in Asheville, so it kind of looks out. It looks out toward the mountains, but I bet you can't see anything. It's dark, so yeah. Usually there's mountains all up in here, but you can't see anything. But it has calmed down there. There's no snow falling, so it's quiet. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's still a little snow falling. Wow. Oh, it's blowing. It's not falling. Look at that. You can see it blow? Look at that. Whoa, sorry. Look at it blowing around. That's why we're getting like blizzard-like conditions. We could get them at times, and the coast is getting it. All right, I should take you back. I don't know if you guys were here for it, but I took you to the coast. So let me go back live to Myrtle Beach and give you a live look at what has happened there. Oh my gosh, the boardwalk cam, they're showing something is happening. Is this some kind of what is happening right there? Is there some kind of issue, or is that just the light? Oh, so they're just doing a live shot and the camera is paying attention to it instead of being on the boardwalk. Well, that's annoying. All right, I'll go back to the other Myrtle Beach. I think this is the better one. Wait, hold on. What is happening? Oh, nope. They've just got it on the wrong thing. It's supposed to be the sky wheel. I guess they're just showing all the reporters. There must be reporters from everywhere down there. Anyway, so we can't show you Myrtle Beach right now. Doggone it. You know, that is such a stinker of a problem. Let's look at the College of Charleston. See what's happening in Charleston. Oh, yes, the beautiful city. View the campus webcam. I'm trying. Okay, let's see. Let's, how do I make it big? How do I make it big? I would like to make it big. There it is. We'll get it. So this is the Charleston, College of Charleston camera, downtown Charleston. Look at that snow. Oh, look at it blow. Yeah, that's pretty. Charleston looking gorgeous tonight. So across the state of South Carolina, well up into North Carolina, we have so much going on. A pile up at 26 near Columbia. Rayful has tagged me in it. Is it tagged where? On Facebook? Hang on. Hang on, little doggy. Let me see. Did you tag me on Facebook? Let me see. Where's mentions? How do I do that? Let me see. I know. Hang on. I can go here and go to comments and go. There's Chris Justice. Hello, Chris. All right. We're going to go to mentions. Rayful, where are you? Did you tag me? No, that's not it. I don't see anything. Why don't you text it to me, to this phone number? Text me a link to that phone number, and then I'll be able to get it pulled up where I need to go. I can airdrop it to my other device, and that would be amazing if you would do that. Let's see. So there's Charleston. While we wait for video out of Columbia, let me also then go to Twitter, because I'm sure I can find it here. Columbia. Oh my gosh. Columbia. You guys help me cover the news, and I love it. I can't do it without you, Rayful. You guys are so fantastic at helping me cover the news. I really couldn't do this without you. So we're going to take that down. And Rayful, I appreciate you letting me know about that. Let me see if I can see anything. 26. And you're not talking about the one that's up in Cabarrus County on 85, right? You're talking about something different? Because I've been reporting on the one on 85. I have shown video of it, and I have not heard anything about 26 in Columbia. Let me see. I'm just seeing, all I'm seeing are basketball scores. I'm not seeing anything. But yeah, if you could text that to me, Rayful, that would be really helpful, because I'm not seeing it. I don't know anything about it. But yeah. What is this? Oh, those are just general webcams. Okay. Let's go back to this. Let's see. 26 down in Columbia might be on this map. Let's see. Can we get it? There's Gaffney. Got a little slowdown up here. Congestion. Let's look at that for a second. Let's see what's going on here. Something's going on back here. Or maybe it's just slow traffic. Yeah, that's just slow traffic. It does look like there's some, doesn't it look like there's some flashing lights? Huh. Maybe it's just a plow. Could be that the plow's coming through and it's slowing down traffic. That's what it is. I think it's a plow. Is it? No, maybe not. Okay. I don't know. That was just a guess. All right, let's see. Wait, now we've got this. What is this? That's just congestion. Okay. Back to the most important thing. You're saying 26. That's not near Columbia. Let's go down here. Oh yeah, let's see what's going on down here. There's a camera down here. I don't see a crash. I just see a lot of congestion. Do you see a crash? Because I'm not seeing a crash. I'm also not seeing tremendous congestion either. Let me know, Rayful, if you can get that to me or not. I'm going to look at my text messages. I don't see anything from Rayful. People are just sending me beautiful pictures of the snow at night. Wow. Gorgeous. All right. So let me look around here. Let's see what we got. If it's 26, what is that? There are signs here. Let's see. Winter storm warning, reduced speed. Okay. I'm only seeing congestion. I'm not seeing any sign of an accident. Let me see what this says. Wow, it is. The roads are a mess though. Look at that. That's 26 in Columbia. Yikes. That is not looking real promising. Winter storm, reduced speed. I would think we all know there's a winter storm and we need to reduce speed, but it's always good to get a reminder. Winter storm, reduced speed. Okay. I'm just not seeing anything, Rayful. So unless you have any more details, the main thing is the situation up in North Carolina on 85. That is the big story of the night. National Guard's been called out to respond to it, and it has been a real disaster in terms of, I don't think anyone's, injured per se, but I think it is a mess logistically speaking. That's 20. There's 77 into Charlotte. Going on up to Charlotte. And then we're going to look for 85 up here somewhere. Where's 85? 77. Fort Mill, Pineville, 45. Taking us up to 85. And then 85 has problems up in North Carolina, but we don't have access to those cameras because they are not the South Carolina DOT. There's Salisbury's got a big backup. But yeah, it is what it is, We are in the midst of a major storm. And we just have to be smart. Play it safe. Blizzard of 2026. We'll remember this. We will all remember it, won't we? Here's the Kannapolis area. There's Charlotte, and there's the Kannapolis area, and here's a bunch of stuff on this side road on top of what's going on here. But no cameras for us. All right, we could go to North Carolina DOT cams. Let's do that. Travel information. Let's see what we got. Real-time traffic, severe weather. Don't they have cameras? South Carolina has a good camera system. I appreciate it. Real-time traffic conditions. Let's look, shall we? Whoa. Okay, ready.gov. What is happening? Okay, close. All right, whoa. Wow. There's a lot going on in North Carolina. All right, so where's Charlotte? Is that Charlotte? Yeah, that's Charlotte. So Cabarrus County. So this is the situation, but they don't have cameras. Or do they? Let's see. No. Oh, cameras. Wait, turn on cameras. Yes, thank you. Okay, so this is that area. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is very empty. That is a shutdown interstate right there. Okay, let's see. This is the beginning. Oh yeah, that's the beginning of it. Look at that. So and they're trying to get things going again. But look at that. That's crazy. I mean, it's so weird to see an interstate just basically with nothing happening. And it's, a mess. They're having to bring in the National Guard to help handle the situation. Oh, I don't know what just happened. I've done something wrong. I think I did something wrong. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what I did. But anyway, that gives us an idea of what's going on in North Carolina tonight. It is a mess up there. All right, so back to other places. Let's see where we want to go. Oh, did our Packlet River ever come up? I would love to show you that. It's a really pretty shot. I don't know what it's looking like at night, though. Oh, I guess it's not looking that great at night. Nope, it isn't. So we're not going to watch the ad. All right, let's go back to... hang on. You want to see Rock Hill? Rock Hill is supposed to get quite a bit of snow. There's the Spartanburg train station again. Now we're going to Rock Hill live as I take you up here to see their pretty camera at the Fountain Park. That is really pretty. It's a beautiful park. But yeah, they got quite a bit of snow too. These are cool lights. Look at those lights at the end. Those 3 towery lights. And that fountain is really pretty. I have never actually had time to hang out in that area and do that. So that is neat to see. All right. I've also we did Charleston. Let's look at Hilton Head. I haven't seen anything from Hilton Head. Oh, there we are. We've got Hilton Head looking lovely. A little snow covered, but it looks like a dusting there. Look at the surf though. Surf is active as we take you live around the state of South Carolina, looking for snow and seeing what has happened in these various communities, because we're hearing a lot about North Carolina right now. But I wanted to give you a sense of what's happening around here too. All right, let's look at our Falls Park camera, see if that is up and going for the evening. Seems to be. So there is downtown Greenville tonight. They've got the street pretty plowed, it looks like, on Main Street. See North Main? It's glitching because it does like screen grabs of what's happening. So you're just seeing like little screen grabs. And see how cars like disappear. It's just like, it just grabs moments and plays it. So there you go. But that is our webcam from there. This is the situation on the interstate in North Carolina. I showed you earlier. This was a picture sent by the Highway Patrol and also one of our sister stations up in the vicinity where they're covering it. But that is the situation tonight. The big breaking news story. I'm so thankful to tell you that maybe people listen to us. We've been talking about it all day about staying home. Maybe people here listen, but 85 is such a throughway to, business, and obviously all these truckers are still trying to make a buck, and then you've got drivers that are, I guess, have to travel. And so now we've got 100 cars in this mess up there. So that is the situation there. I'm going to go back to webcams real quick to see what else I've failed to show you. The Clemson webcams aren't working. Our downtown Spartanburg one wasn't working. That's why I've been doing the train station. And let's see if Myrtle Beach is back where it's back where it's supposed to be. Thank goodness. Okay, so here we are back at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Look at the winds, how strong the winds are. Look at the snow kick up. And that's why they're saying there's blizzard-like conditions related to this blizzard of 2026 that has hit the Carolinas like a wake-up call. I mean, we had the ice that hit the Upstate last week in parts of western North Carolina, but this is all across the Carolinas and Georgia even, so it's just been something that's so different from what we're used to. Well, it is almost 10 o'clock. I am now 13 hours into working today, and I think I'm going to give up for tonight. I believe that they, have a solution underway in North Carolina, and that makes me feel better. Like I would feel bad about ending now if we didn't know that they've reopened the road, and they are, making some progress. Once again, that situation is very much an important one to keep an eye on. And I know we're all concerned about it. It really is quite a scene there in North Carolina they are dealing with. And they have the National Guard there helping. You can see all the cars. See how far back the cars go way up there? And that is what they're doing. They're going back through this, trying to get people through, trying to plow enough to get cars out. But look at how much snow. Look at just in this little area where a plow came through to basically create a path where people can come through. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for them to deal with it. But fortunately, I think they're dealing with it. People are going to get the help they need. And so we can go to bed knowing that, which is nice. Because I really would have felt uncomfortable ending without the chance to at least tell you that this is being resolved. North Carolina Guard the South Carolina Guard, by the way, is on duty. They've got them in different places. I think there's a Columbia group, there's people at the coast, and there are people in Spartanburg to help the Upstate. So Ron Peeler, who used to be our chief engineer, is in charge of the group that's in Spartanburg. So they're ready to roll if anything like this were to happen here. But meantime, they're sending all the troops to this location in North Carolina to get this resolved. And again, I just really appreciate you guys. I'm going to come back on here before we go and get back to what we kind of came here to do, which is to once again remember all the amazing pictures you shared. I've got 140 pictures that you guys provided me that are so neat and are so awesome. And I have thousands of them on my page. I appreciate every single picture, but I tried to focus these pictures on people and dogs and cats and stuff because, that's kind of the fun of the storm, isn't it? At the end of the day is getting to, have folks go out and play in the snow, make snow cream and do all the things. So hopefully you had a chance on your journey through this thing to enjoy it, to have a little bit of fun, to spend time with some family or call people or FaceTime people and show them the snow you have. I've been doing that with friends today to let them know in between projects that I've been doing. But oh my gosh, the dog, I think that dog might have been, I hope not. Anyway, hi. Love people waving. Oh, look at that rocking chair. Looks wild. I just sent video on messages from 26 in Columbia. Okay, let me see if I can see it. Hang on. Let's see. Facebook share. What is this? Is this it? I'll let the fun stuff keep going. Wait, that's going to make me give stuff I don't want to give. Hang on. So you sent it in messages on Facebook? Let me see. I can go over here and do that. Let me look at that. Messages on Facebook. Hold on. I don't see it. I don't see any. Love it. Lot of work here on that. Wait, these are Messenger. Wait, let me see. Jeffrey Earl 8 inches. I'm not seeing it. Vicky, I'm not. Wait. I see. Like, did you message me on Facebook? Because it's not there. Like, the last thing I sent you was the newsletter thing. It's not here. That's so weird. Okay, hold on. Let me go on my phone. Maybe it's just not showing up on the desktop. I have nothing. Do you send it on Instagram? K-Tuck sent me a funny message. Y'all, I am not getting messages. I don't know what's going on. You messaged me on Facebook. Can you send it to my text line, 864-990-3431? That would be the easiest thing for me to get at this point, so that it's not being stopped by the silly systems that exist. Do you see it? 864-990-3431. I thought somebody tried to send me a Facebook link, but I don't know. Let me see. Snow pictures from Blacksburg. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my goodness. Yes, I sent the video from I-26 in Columbia. Is it a Facebook link? Is that what it is? See, it's wanting me to use my password and it's going to mess up everything and log me out. I can't do that. Like, please. Oh. I don't know if I believe this. Hold on. I can't even watch it. I'm not seeing what you sent. I just need you to text it. We have already 2 inches on the ground, a nice clean covering, 21 degrees here today. Go to my page on Facebook. You have a page. See, I can't go to personal pages from my professional page. That's the problem. Let's see. Yeah, I just can't get to it. I'm sorry. I do not see it. Hey, Corliss. So in Minnesota, you have 2 inches and we have like 8 inches. 21 degrees. We are, do you want to see the temperatures here right now? This is Greenwood, South Carolina is 1 degree. Anderson is 2 degrees. Spartanburg is 0 degrees. We are colder than you. Is that not crazy? This is so bizarre. Go on my Facebook page. I just wish I could find this thing. I mean, I'm not seeing anything about it. Let's see, 26, Columbia, pile up. 5-car crash on 26. Wait, 5-car crash on 26. 16 vehicle crash in North Carolina. That's 2024. That's not even current. Y'all, I am not seeing this. Everything's old. Like there's nothing fresh. All right, somebody has just sent it to me, but it's going to be Facebook again and I can't get it. I can't get it. It's not playing. It's not, this content isn't available. I don't know that that was true. I'm not seeing any major news organizations report about it. I don't think that that's necessarily a thing. WIS TV, they're the best in Columbia. Let me see if they have it. First alert weather. They have nothing about it on their website. Road closures because of winter weather. Yeah, if they don't have it, I just don't know that I believe that that is a thing today. Because I'm not, and that video you sent me is no longer available. It says it's no longer available. So it might have been something. See, I have to be so careful about AI and stuff. I mean, I could tell, like the things I've reported on so far, I can verify with real live cameras and stuff. You know what I mean? But there are no cameras. I showed you Columbia. We went all the way through the traffic and there's no wrecks down there. And there's not any backups to speak of that are serious. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm not saying it was AI. I'm just saying I don't know what to tell you. But it scares me because I like to avoid, I have to be so careful. So ironically, Corliss was my newsroom leader back in Minnesota. And she was like a force, like an amazing person. One of my dear friends in life and treated me so well and took good care of me. I was, fresh out of college, first job, and she would, have me over and hang out with her family. And it was just so sweet. She was very welcoming and made it easy. I was so far from home. I mean, I'm from New York State and I was in Minnesota all by myself doing this big job, for the first time, anchoring and reporting. And it was just so much fun. But anyway, she's in Minnesota and they got 2 inches today. and we got 8, 10, 12 inches in spots, and it's 21 degrees there today, and it's now 0 in Spartanburg, -1 in Greenville, -1 in Lawrence. It makes no sense. That's crazy. It's a small world after all. Anyway, you guys, if you do get more information about that, just text me, let me know. I will follow up on it if I need to. And I'll probably do some searching after I get off the thing. It's hard for me to look for information like that while I'm live. So I will have to, dig into it more after the show. But I do appreciate you guys. We've done an hour live again, and it's 12 hours after our last hour. Actually, we did 2.5 hours this morning. So we're done. We're done with snow for today. I do love your pictures so much. I mean, they are fantastic. You guys are incredible. And, all I can say is we covered a blizzard together, and I couldn't have done it without you. So hats off to you guys. The Newsies Network. I believe in it. I believe in you guys. You guys make a big difference. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. And keep the pictures coming. I love to show off your beautiful times. I'm glad that there was a lot of fun and lightness to this experience today. I know there's been some heavy stuff too, but we are getting through this, and I'm proud of us. So have a great night. Aw. Have a great night and enjoy yourselves and stay safe and warm, and don't get on the roads if you don't have to. I mean, and don't have to means just don't. What do you need really? I'm sure you have enough snacks. We have enough snacks. We don't need anything else.